You're going to hear a direct comparison between the new Session Alto by BetterSax and the legendary Selmer Mark VI. Same player, same setup, same mic, no reverb, no processing. The 6 costs at least 3 times more, so you should be able to hear the difference in quality, right? Before I reveal which horn is which, I want you to lock in your guess in the comments and no cheating. I'm going to switch between the 2 horns so you don't forget what each one sounds like. I'm going to give you a few different styles for contrast, starting with Parker's Mood by Charlie Parker. Now let's switch gears so you can hear the horns in a more melodic, soulful context. This is a bit of Gerald Albright's 1980 solo on So Amazing. Full disclosure, I'm not a smooth jazz specialist and it's kind of brutal hearing this totally dry with no flashing reverb, but we're here to get to the truth, so here it is. Have you formed an idea yet? Lock in your guess in the comments. And if you're more into that smoky, bluesy type sound, here's one last clip. This is a bit of Johnny Hodges' solo from Ellington's iconic 1956 live recording of Jeep's Blues. Same mouthpiece, same reed, same recording level. Any differences you hear are down to the horn alone. I'm about to reveal if your guess was right, but just in case you've still got a bit of doubt, here's a simple scale played on both horns. All right, drum roll please. Time to reveal it. Horn A is the Selmer Mark VI. Horn B is the BetterSax Session Alto. For the record, I'm playing a Jody Jazz HR8M mouthpiece, number 3, Boston Sax Shop, Silver Reed and Vandoren MO Lig. Now, I don't know about you, but I was pretty shocked by this test. I put on my high-end headphones, closed my eyes, and I still couldn't tell the difference between the two. And I was the one playing them as well. Jay Metcalf says he's modelled the Session bore on the classic French design. So you'd expect it to be kind of 6y, but this was ridiculous. Sound-wise, they're bloody identical. And remember this, the Session Alto is currently about £2,000, but a Mark VI is anything between £6,000 and £10,000. We're now in a situation where if you spend £2,000 on the Session, you just don't need to spend another £5,000 or £6,000 to get a meaningful jump in recorded sound. I genuinely believe that sound-wise, the Session stands up to any modern and probably most vintage horns, and any extra money you spend is going towards feel, history, and just personal preference, not a listener level upgrade. Which leads us nicely onto the question you're probably shouting at the screen: how does it feel though? And is the build quality going to last the distance? So let's get into this, but just know I'm not a sax tech, okay? I'm a player. So at the end of the video, I highly recommend you go and watch Jim Cheek's comprehensive technical assessment of the Session Alto that I've linked in the description, as well as Jay's own video on the BetterSax channel. They cover all the geeky tech stuff, but I can tell you that from a player's perspective, this thing plays really, really well, and it feels great under the fingers. It's a new horn, so the action's still a little stiff for my taste, and that's totally normal. It needs to be played in, but everything feels really well built, and nothing gave me any problems. The intonation is excellent. It purrs when you tickle it. It cruises nicely at mid-volume, and when I tank it, it keeps opening up like my 6. The left-hand pinky keys are as easy and smooth to get around as any saxophone I've ever played. Much easier than my 6, in fact, and the front F is exactly where it should be. I also play one of Jay's classic tenors, but I sometimes find that my B finger gets snagged in the front F key on that horn. That doesn't happen at all on this Session Alto. Hey, just before we get into it, if you enjoy watching my content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you want something awesome for free, go and check out my Saxophone Success Masterclass, which is a whole hour of transformative sax knowledge that'll instantly give your playing a level up. Okay, just use the link in the description for that. Now, as I said, go and check Jim's full video linked in the description. But for the record, Jay and his team at BetterSax were aiming for an intermediate horn. But after 3 years of R&D, the final result, while still in the intermediate price range, is 100% a pro-level instrument. Some of the bells and whistles on this horn are the completely re-engineered neck tenor joint. That's a whole thing. The hand-hammered bow and bell, mini-ribbed construction, blue steel springs, high-quality Pisoni pads with metal rezos, custom cast ergonomic thumb rest, and a thicker than usual nickel silver strap ring to stop long-term wear through. On an aesthetic level, the body is nicely hand engraved with some classic, Selmer-y flowers. The neck mechanism is instantly recognisable as underslung, and the horn comes in 3 finishes. There's copper bronze, matte dark gold, and this one, the bougie looking matte black, aka Bond villain black. I'll tell you, I never thought I'd be seen dead with a black horn, but I can't deny it. I've fallen in love with how this one looks, although I do have some concerns about how it will age when it inevitably starts getting scratched up on the road. Every horn goes through a super extensive tech check and play test, and if yours arrives anything like mine did, it will play like a dream straight out of the box, which is more than can be said for a Selmer Supreme. The mech is super tight, and this thing is built like a tank, believe me. You also get this very cool backpack case with a bunch of really cool features on the case. Excellent case. A nice set of cleaning swabs, which are over there. And a special hand-finished Meyer BetterSax collab mouthpiece based around the classic New York Meyer. Very cool indeed. Quick disclaimer here, by the way. I didn't buy this horn. Jay sent me it to try out. So you might argue that my opinion is biased. That's exactly why this is a back-to-back blind comparison video where you decide which one you prefer. But if you're interested in my opinion, I'd happily gig on this horn tomorrow. If I had a gig tomorrow, that is, which I don't. So that's but I definitely will be gigging on it. So that's the BetterSax Session Alto for you, a bit of a mouthful. If you're in the market to upgrade your beginner alto and your budget is about $2,000, it's a no-brainer in my opinion, and I can't wait to see what the tenor's like when that comes out. I've thrown some links in the description where you can buy the horn, and you know how it works. You pay the same price, but I get a small affiliate kickback for the privilege if you use the link. So that's all I've got for you this week. I'll be really interested to see what you think of this horn. I'd highly recommend it. You can find a bonus video inside the Inner Circle, along with a lot of other very cool stuff inside the Inner Circle, including full breakdowns of all the solos, which are featured in today's video. The link is there if you want to join the circle. Free 7-day trial. Robert is your father's brother. So until next time, make sure that you practice hard, practice smart, and enjoy your music. Take it easy. Chair's a bit noisy, squeaking like a bloody bagpuss church mouse.